What's up, y'all? So I am de-escalating off of my day. I'm in the dark. I'm watching YouTube, and my little mascara is all smeared and stuff, and my locks are all up in a bun. I don't care. I'm just hitting y'all up to let you know that I'm about to piece together the video of the demonic Airbnb guest. And I wanted to give you a little preface. It took me a whole week just to be able to deal with that, okay? And it was so hurtful, the good rapport that me and this guest had, and me allowing her to go in my house with no reviews, and me sending her condolences on her grandmother that passed away. I don't know if that was a real story or not, or something to garner sympathy, but it took a lot out of me to then go in the house and see all the damage. Now, with that said, I did not record all the damage. I did not record all the damage because I was too busy cleaning up the damage. It took me 24 hours to clean. I recorded most of it. What you see isn't half of it, because half the time, if I saw it, I just cleaned it. I'm not going to record every single spot, every single stain, every single splatter, every single pile of dirt, I'm not going to record all of it, but these videos are just so you can get an idea. And you may not think it's bad, but if you don't think that what you're about to watch is bad, then your house must be dirty, okay? Because my house is clean. It takes me 5 hours to clean a clean house, because I clean. I don't just be like, no, I clean. If it looks clean, that means it's dirty. And I'm kind of tired of it. If you feel me, this whole situation has made me rethink everything. It's made me reconsider Airbnb as a hosting site. It's made me reconsider even doing Airbnb, and it's making me want to try something more permanent, like maybe a short-term rental, like a 6-month lease type situation, instead of 2-day here to, because look, anybody can go in my house and F it up, and it's going to take me 10 hours to clean it, or 24 hours to clean it. I got there at 11, and she checked out at 2, essentially 1:50, and I cleaned after I got out of my shock and started to reorder the things that I needed to reorder that was damaged. From that point, I cleaned up until 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I slept on my couch after I cleaned the couch. That's my house, so I slept on my couch, and then from 7 o'clock, let me give you 8, because I took my Lord on a walk. Thank God he was with me. I didn't have to zigzag back and forth. From 8 a.m., I then started cleaning again, and I was there until 5. Not only did I have to clean, I had to reprogram or resort the remotes that were in the house. Finding which remote is working with what TV, adding batteries to all of them, cleaning. I mean, books were touched. Every inch of my house was touched by toddler juice. That's all I can say. I love a baby. But when spitty, shitty, juicy, sticky, candied toddler hands are on every inch of my house, it's not cute, because that means that they weren't supervised. Kids can be decent, but when they get to roam a house unsupervised with goodies every minute of the day and sugar high and stuff, they are going to let everything around them have it. And not only that, it was not just the toddlers, it was the kid and it was the adults in the house, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, taking batteries out the fire alarm, all the things, smoke-stained walls, smoke-stained pillows that I can't just wash pillows. They will jack up, they'll get all misshapen and stuff like that. But look, I'm done. You just gonna have to watch it, okay? So that was my little introduction, and I don't know if I'll just do it all in a part. I'll just do it all in one. If you wanna, what you can do to make it go faster. My listing is at what? An Airbnb message, no less. If you want to, what you can do to make it go faster is like put it on ×2 if it's too slow for you, but then you might miss some details. And I'm like, put it on ×2. Just watch it. And just know that this guest left me 1 star all the way down, and I will post the reasons at the end of the video. Enjoy. What's up, good people? This is your girl, Peace, Love, and Light, and I'm about to lose the peace, okay? So it is now 11:08, and I am waiting for my Airbnb guest to leave the premises when checkout is at 11. Something traumatic happened. I'm not going to talk about it on camera. And I gave grace as far as the checkout time, but now it's 30 minutes past the 2-hour past checkout time, and the light is dwindling. Okay, so With that said, I'm in the car with my doggy, Dad Bubba, and I'm hot, and I'm just ready to clean and flip my house. So anyway, let's go. It's 100 degrees outside, and he is panting like crazy. Oh God. Anyway, so I am very scared to see how it ends up when I walk in the house. Okay, very scared. Y'all, I am scared to death of what my house is gonna look like. She has 2 little kids and a guy and a dude and her. And it looks like their whole house has been backed up. And she's trying to fit it in the car. I'm afraid of what my home is gonna look like. Oh, 3 little kids. I'm afraid, you guys, of what my house is gonna look like. It looks literally like a whole apartment has been stuffed in a little tiny car. I've been waiting now for like 45 minutes. 45 minutes. In an alley. While she packs up. It said that there was going to be 3 people, 2 kids and 1 adult, and I see 5. So needless to say, I'm not happy. Why not just say 5? I go to 5, but why not just say 5? So remember that short? I don't know if you saw the short that I posted. About like what's going on at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, why is the door opening? And all these thoughts start going through my head. I was right. I don't know if anything illicit was going on, but I know that something was going on that wasn't, I'll say, allowed, maybe. I don't know. Like 2 extra guests. We'll see. Alright, y'all. 2 hours and 45 minutes past checkout. You guys, you already know. You already know. 2 hours and 45 minutes past checkout. What do you expect? Smoking was in here. I could smell the smoke. Let me just pause. Hold on. Candy, shit, cookies, crumbs, handprints. All right, here we go. First of all, there's just food all over the place. You guys know my house. It's spotless. What? This goes on the couch. Oh my God. What is this? What is... All the windows open. My blinds are broken. Smells like smoke. Socks, puzzle pieces. Why is all this? These are cup holders. These are freaking... Y'all, I cannot even. Trash is full. I'm like shaking. I'm shaking. No water was drank. Okay, I don't care about that stuff right now. Well, I know that was used. So, you guys, what the absolute... Okay, so I allow people to drink the beers and stuff like that, but... Okay, so one of the complaints was that... One of the complaints was that the Keurig isn't working. So let's go through this together. It may not work. I don't know. But let's go through it together. Let's see if it turns on and does all the stuff, right? So I told her to test the outlet, the socket, to see if it could have been tripped, because it might have been tripped because they use the air fryer. And I said that, like, look, if you use a microwave and the air fryer at the same time, it can trigger a thing. She never got back to me about it. So let's see. Reset button. Test. Okay, that works. And then reset. That works. Lift it up. No coffee pot in here. Put it down. Power. My guess, no, it doesn't work. It's not turning on. But here's why it's not turning on. I feel like they broke it. Because it was working before I got here, and it's not working now. And considering the condition that the house is in, they broke it. They broke it. So, of course, put the blame on me, so they can write something in the comments because of how effed up they left my house. There is just all over the floor. Food all over the place. Makeup stains. My poor dog, I don't even want, whatever that is, I don't even want my dog to sit on it. I mean, to be in here right now, but I don't have a choice. All been, and the air conditioner on. Left on. So I'm gonna turn it off. Lord Jesus. Cheetos, chips. Look at how effing dirty my wall is. Why is there Cheeto stains all over the blinds? Why? Look at this. Stuff like this brings in roaches and bugs. Let me guess, they were slamming that down on the ground too? There is literally Cheetos on my floor all over the place. What is that, dog food? Did they have an animal in here? What is this? What is that? And now my washer is discontinuing. So they're washing the comforter. I didn't ask them to wash the comforter. And now and it makes me wonder why they're washing it before I get here when all I did was ask them to wash the sheet. There's too much stuff in my washer. I just asked for them to wash the sheets, and then I do those one at a time. Trash. So far, no stars. Room 2. I can't even. What is that to? The remote? My remote? Where's my remote? Oh, Jesus. Sticky all over the floor. Oh, they didn't sleep under the sheets though. Crumbs all in the bed. Why is this yanked out of my TV? Okay. Hey guys, time for the master bedroom. Lord, I'm scared. Smoke. She was effing smoking in my house. She was smoking in my house. Smoking in my house. Got all the fans on. Because she was smoking outside my house. And I asked them not even to do that. But she's smoking inside my house. Don't even look like she used to shower. That's the craziest thing about it. Smoking in, what the? Stuff like this don't make me want to do air. Got 4 pillows in here and now all of them are saturated with cigarette smoke. Got 4 pillows in here and now all of them are saturated with cigarette smoke. Why are all the, why? Because they were throwing them around? Never again. This person is blocked. This person is blocked from my listing. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Got sugar-ish all over my floor. And puzzle pieces. I don't even know where to begin. Got sauce packet. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? This is gonna be all day. No, you guys know, I show you by no towels left. You guys, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I don't even know where to begin. Just ruined stuff. Look at my poor baby. He don't even know. Like, he don't even know what to do. I have a long day ahead of me, you guys. A long day. I'm so mad. Oh, spilt ish all over my chairs. I have a guest coming in on Friday, and I have to try to make this right by then. I'm so mad. I'm so upset. So, of course, I'm filing a complaint with Air Cover from Airbnb. Let's see if they'll actually do it. For cigarette smoke damages, for blinds damages. What's that smell? Piss. Got food all in the damn bed. Is this what people want to do when they just don't want to clean their own house? They just go and this. Why is this is under my bed? This is under my bed. Okay, I'm taking pictures while I'm talking to y'all because this is flat out ridiculous. Just stuff just moved and damaged. Cheeto bags all over the place. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm filming stuff and I'm moving and I may not even get a good picture about this stuff, but I'm just so incredibly disappointed in these past guests. Look at this. This room is like the least worst. Let me guess. The babies were in here? 2 babies when it said 2 kids. 2 adults when it said 1 adult. I knew something was off. If y'all check my, so I have this is my air purifier. I have it plugged in to this room because she was smoking in here. But like I said, if you guys checked into my last post about, why is this thing going off at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the, like every hour you say that, yeah, what's going on in here? I forgot my damn purifier. I can't even neutralize odors now. Yeah. I have to order new pillows and stuff online. I don't think I'll be able to wash that on time. Wash those pillows. I'll have to see. That ding that you said is my washer discontinuing because he piled all of my linen in the washer trying to get out that cigarette smell. It didn't work. Cause cigarette is cigarette. Okay? Cause cigarette is cigarette. It didn't work. Y'all. I'm so pissed off. See, this is how I know people are liars. She said my coffee maker didn't work, but there's coffee pods missing. I should know because I stacked them myself, right? So there's a coffee pod missing. There's a coffee pod missing. There's a coffee pod missing. I fill this up every time before I leave. So how's the machine broken? What happened is she broke it. She broke it. And she doesn't want to admit to it. Yeah, that. The cleaning type because they did run the dishwasher, however. Like, did you think that you was gonna get a 5-star listing by starting and messing up my washer and by doing the dishes? Thank you for doing the dishes, but that don't give you no 5-star anything. Oh gosh, I'm so bleeping motherfucking disappointed in this. And then the boy just makes it all better because he looks at me and he starts panting and being all cute. Mommy doesn't want you to lay on this floor. Yeah, how to clean my floor first so my dog can be comfortable on the floor. That's how dirty this place is. Should I even contact her? And ask her if she wants to deal with it inside air cover or outside air cover? What should I do? I'm so disappointed. And you guys, cigarette smoke is the worst. It's the absolute worst. And I have another family coming in. I don't want them to smell her cigarette smoke. See, here's the deal. What's going to happen is that when I rate her, I mean, she ain't going to know it right off, but when I ask her about it, she'll probably retaliate in the comments right away. So I don't think that I will contact her about the damages. I don't know if I should. She doesn't seem like the bargaining type. I met her because she took, checkout was at 11, and at 11:20, she hit me up talking about we just woke up. She had a whole apartment full of stuff that in my garage that she was piling in on a little car. She put 3 kids, herself and her boyfriend or whoever that was. She said kid, but that wasn't her kid. I'm sorry. Ain't her kid. Ain't no way. Unless she had him when he was like 12. When she was like 12. And anyway, I don't care. But anyway, an item is missing already. One of my boxes. So like, let's move all the stuff around so I won't see what's missing. Oh no, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. It's called All the Little Things, and it's just a little box, and it's where I put my stuff, unless it's under the couch or thrown somewhere. Oh, see, here it is. Why is it up here? Why is it up here? All useful things. I almost got it for that box. I know it's here. Don't be taking my stuff. There's games all in here, all in the closet. That wasn't supposed to be in the closet. I know it's in the closet. I know this is my house. Let me turn down this air conditioner like all the way down. And let's get it cracking. You guys, I'm so upset. You guys know I vacuum my couch. You guys know how I feel about my couch. So shoes were on the couch. Shoes were on my couch. Ink or whatever this is all over my couches and stuff. So I have to wash my pillow covers. Do you understand how much time this is going to take? Okay, let me just stop. Okay, guys, so I have been, first of all, spending most of my day stunned. Okay, I can't even get my mind together to clean. So this guest accused my Airbnb of the coffee maker not working and never working. And so I'm like, it was working before you got here. And I actually spoke with her in person. I said it was working before you got here, but I'll take a look at it and stuff. So here's the evidence. She broke the machine. Because I'm like, well, here's a coffee pod. And remember, I saw it missing from here. I'm like, if the coffee machine don't work, why are the coffee pods missing? She said it doesn't work and it never did. Okay. And yeah, so I found the used coffee pot. I hate to dig through trash, but if you're going to accuse me, I'm a sleuth. If you're going to accuse my stuff of not working and then try to write a review about it not working in order to retaliate with me, there you go. And here's the evidence of the cigarette smoke and now weed smoke. So there's the cigarettes. There's the butts in my house. There's a butt in my house. I guess they thought that putting it in the Mountain Dew was going to do something because I don't think I'm going to dig through the trash. Hey, if you don't take out the trash, I get to dig through it. This is my house. My house. And I get to do whatever I want. Some may call it punitive, some may call it nasty, but if you're about to write a retaliatory review on me because I called you on your BS, so be it. Weed. Okay. Okay? To me, one is the same as the other. This is a pen. Fact still remains is, you were smoking in my house. I don't care what it is, you were smoking in my house. It could have been crack too. Oh, one of the only things that's here being used was a coffee cup. At least they ran the dishwasher. And that's the banana was left in there. Oh gee, more coffee cups. Is that more coffee cups? More coffee cups. Dishwasher stuffed with coffee cups. 3. 3 pots missing, 3 coffee cups. Coffee maker don't work. Doesn't work and never has since she got here was the claim. But I have proof otherwise. That's what it, you know what? I wish people didn't do this. Maybe that's why these people effed up my place, because if they probably could afford it on their own, I'm sorry, that sounds so jacked up, but it is what it is. If they could afford it on their own, they wouldn't be here. But since they got a gift card, and I don't know the amount, since they got a gift card, people who typically couldn't afford an accommodation like this is using this and is blowing up people's spots. That level is, I don't appreciate your stuff. I don't appreciate what you have here. That's what that sounds like to me. Anyway, I'm very, very upset and already exhausted at the level of work. I had to clean the floor. I had to sweep and mop the floor just so my dog could lay on it. That's how dirty it was. The living room. That's it. Just the living room. I had to do that first. I've never had to sweep and mop the living room first because it was so dirty. It had food, juice spots, candy spots, whatever that is, spots, eyelashes, makeup, lipstick smears. What the F was going on? But I knew it. I knew it. Because why is my door being open at every 30 minutes in the middle of the morning? Drama. All I could say was drama. And all I could do is pray that my neighbors were not affected by it. Why is there crumbs on the record player? That's how dirty this place was. So I need to go ahead and finish ordering Walmart once again. Hi, baby. So cute. To replace the damaged goods. Not only are you gonna mess up 2 pillows that was in the room, you're gonna bring in pillows from the other places and lay on them and then put smoke all up and through there. That's what happened. Smoke all up and through all the pillows. Now they got to be replaced because they stink. I have a pillowcase, I have a pillowcase cover, and I have pillows. And the smoke soaked all the way down to the pillows. So it doesn't even matter if I am able to get the smoke out of the other 2 from the laundry, from bleach, from disinfectant. I'm like, how you get stains? Like, Lord, everywhere I look, there's a new stain. Anyway, y'all, I got to get back to work. Sorry, here I go again. For example, this was all over the house. What is this? It's like candy juice. And I know that they had in food pebbles like this. And when I was doing laundry, yeah, it's all in the tub, whatever, because I had to go all around. What the hell is this? I had to go all around and pick up laundry. Stuff I don't even need to wash, like the armrest of the couch, because it's like an older couch. And I cover it so the original couch won't get dirty. I had to wash that. Why? Because it was at the table with food all over it. It's like, for real? What are you doing? No words. So I was going to try to salvage this new comforter because they smoked cigarettes and or vape weed, whatever. I was going to try to salvage it. But hey, now there's a whole hole in it. And now I had to buy it and put it on the list of things that she got to pay for. But guess what? She had an Airbnb gift card. I don't know if she could afford it. Probably can't. Because why are you packing up your apartment in my house? Like your whole apartment and bringing it here. See, that's the whole thing. And I am not. And I used to work with the homeless population. I don't know if she's homeless or not. Okay? My whole thing is, you shouldn't be somewhere if you can't afford to take care of it properly. If you don't have that mindset. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. I can't even get to just clean because there's so much I gotta clean. I gotta clean up to clean. I can't just do the beds because I gotta break it down to the left. Why does it smoke? Why does the, oh, because they were trying to remove it. They were trying to remove my smoke detector. That's why it has sauce on it, because there was sauce in all the rooms. but it's hardwired. So one of the things that I noticed is that there was sauce stains on the smoke detector. Why is there sauce stains on the smoke detector? Because I did notice a sweet and sour sauce on the floor. I noticed sauce packets and all this other crap. It's because they took the batteries out of the smoke detector. Heaven for, F your place. Hope it doesn't burn down while people are in it because I want to smoke a cigarette. There were batteries on the floor. I took a picture of the battery that I swept up from the floor, and that's why. It's because they sat up there with grubby hands, with food on their hands, to remove the batteries from my smoke detector so that it would not detect the smoke that was going on in their house. The level of disrespect is ridiculous. So as I'm cleaning walls from top to bottom, I encounter more black marker. Like, what were these kids had to have been left alone. Why is their mother believing black marker? And you guys saw the black marker. Why is there black marker all over the place? And then it looked like, oops, clean it, but then didn't clean it. Because it's wiped. Black marker all over the place. It's like black marker and scuff marks. Were they like, oh, Jesus. Like, seriously? Were they moving into my house? I'm glad that they didn't try it. Don't try it with me. I got people. Do not try it. Like, I never have to do this after a guest. Sit up here and clean my doors and my walls like this. For y'all who know my channel, I don't even like to show myself clean because it takes some time. I don't even care anymore. Look, trash, black marker, cigarette butts. I'm surprised they wash the dishes. Because why? After all this, oh gee, thanks for washing the dishes and leaving and washing them with banana. Food still in there. It's like they were trying. When I came in, my washing machine discontinued because it was off balance. They stuffed everything in it. Everything in it. Puzzle pieces all over the place. Straws and stuff to this game that I had all over the place. Like, might as well just throw it all away. I can't even call it. I just can't. All right, y'all. I am completely exhausted from this place and I'm not done. But I just wanted to share the benefit of having Walmart delivery there. I do not endorse them at all. But when you need something, you gotta pay the $5 to get it under 3 hours. And I did. So since these guests were small, I had to get a whole new sheet set, a whole new comforter sheet set. I had to get a whole new Keurig because she broke the Keurig. I had to get fabric refresher. Hopefully this will work by itself because the air purifier has been running for 2 hours now and the smoke is all up and through there. This one is a heavy duty odor fighting eliminator because I forgot my Pure and Fresh. My Pure and Fresh took care of the marijuana smoke last week, but I forgot it at home. I didn't know I needed it, right? I didn't know I needed it then too, but I should have had it in my cleaning to go bag. And here are the new pillows. Yeah, so Milo is so impatient right now because he wants a walk, which is understandable. Not only was this comforter saturated in cigarette smoke, I was going to try to salvage it so I wouldn't have to charge, and there's a big hole in it. And as you see, here are the 4 pillows that I'm about to throw away because I'm not going to wash them. It kind of compromises the comfortability. So I use pillowcase covers, and then I use like pillowcase safety covers. And then I use pillowcases. So I'm collecting, I'll probably have about 4 or 5 bags of trash by the time I leave this listing. My house, let me tell you, this blankety blank, mother blank, sat up there and left crap and piss filled diapers to rot in my bathroom trash can. And when I pulled it out of the can, it just smelled so bad. It smelled so bad because the poop, which is already rotten, is rotting and mildewy and moldy. And we ain't gonna get into how many loads of laundry I'm doing. We're not even gonna get into that. So The little boy was doing his thing up in my bedroom. I'm sure that's who was in here with all the Cheeto stains. All the Cheeto stains, all the chips. Pulled the mattress protector off. Thank God. Y'all, listen. If you don't have a mattress protector, get you one, a waterproof one. Okay? A waterproof one. And of course, all this crap down here. Oh, under the bed. That's an exercise ball, if you all are wondering. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So, because I'm here for so long with my baby, who's very patient, I had to buy so I can cook us dinner. This is my house, so I don't care. But we got our broccoli, our beef, and he has his little pumpkin. And of course I have plenty of water. Y'all, they didn't drink not one bottle. They had 20 cans of soda drink, but not one bottle of water. Yeah, so anyway, off to spray down that room, and I hope it helps. That's all I could do. I'll probably have to wash the walls because she was a chain smoker. And he, or who, or whatever, or both, okay? So it's almost midnight, and I'm still cleaning. I just disinfected, sorry for the cough. That's the disinfectant flying in my throat. Cough disinfectant. So I'm mopping. I have never had to pre-mop. I have never had to pre-clean a room to clean it so I won't track it into other rooms. I've never had to do that. I'm gonna do a whole what I've never had to do until these guests. Okay. So as it stands is that they retaliated against me before I even submitted a thing they said because I asked them first. Anyway, I ain't gonna get all into it. I'll do another video. But I have to pre-clean a room so I won't track sticky juice, soda, popsicles, whatever this is, throughout the house. But you could see like remnants, and I've been standing up here mopping. Yeah. So I have to mop in order to clean, because if not, then I'll track whatever this is all over the house. It makes me not want to rent to people with kids, and that's not fair. I think that my 3-bedroom condo would be best with kids, you know? But people want to let their children run around with popsicles and candy, chocolates, chips, and all this other stuff and ruin the furniture and the walls of people's houses when they do Airbnb. So here's a better picture of what I'm cleaning. So this is all over my floor. It's like all over the floor, and you can barely see it, but it's there. When you walk, it goes pia, 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 because it's sticky on the bottom of my shoes. I have never taken 9 hours to clean. Yeah, this is bad. But yeah, I submitted a pre-claim to her, and she went right to the review section and put a 1 down every single thing. Mind you, she did not complain of one thing, but she put a 1. And she stayed an extra night. It's so dirty. She said my place is dirty. Y'all see my place? Y'all see how much time I spend up in here cleaning? And she said my place was dirty and dusty, and that I make her clean. I didn't make her clean. And that I made her clean even though she's being charged. Do it look like she cleaned to you? If this is her clean, what's her nasty? Okay. Day 2. So I was cleaning my house until 3 o'clock in the morning when I finally just had to put it down. I was in excruciating pain, knee pain, back pain, tired. And I'm still cleaning. I'm still cleaning. These people touched every inch of my house. There is literally not one spot. When I say not one spot, I'm talking about the patio shutters. Behind the patio shutters, puzzle pieces were thrown over there. Sock was thrown over there. Dirt. I'm talking about on the outside of my patio, near the railing, a Jiffy box of cornbread was over there. I'm talking about nooks, crannies, crevices, corners. How are you going to take out somebody's crock pot? Leave it dirty. So I'm sitting up here trying to scrub it. Now you should have seen it before, right? This was silver on the inside, okay? And it's still trying to dissolve some of the oil. This is what all the juice is coming out of it. And that's nothing. But still some of it went down into the thing. Like normal cleaning, but this is already cleaned. I'm still in the process of letting it sit to scrub off more dirt. Here's because they broke the one in my house. They broke the other one. See, it's in the trash. I don't know if y'all can see that. But it's in the trash. That's all. I'm step of the way. But they managed to touch every. There's not one place that I can't go that wasn't touched by grubby, sticky, sugary, candy hands. Even in my linen closet, there's blue dye. What's this blue dye from? Can somebody drop it in the comments? What's the blue dye from? I can't vacuum a chair without finding a hunk of candy. I vacuum everything. And so, like, for example, I'll just show you. Oh, for that. Every remote in the house, plus remotes, I don't know where they came from, have no batteries. What their problem is, I can't tell you. So this is a multicolored chair, right? And typically people don't do stuff like vacuum furniture like that. I do, right? Because lice, bed bugs, all this other stuff, I just at least run it over to see if anything comes up. Candy stuck to it. Like, not 1 inch of my house was left untouched. Whole doors covered with wipe marks from something being thrown on it. Like, here's an example. I didn't see this. I've cleaned this hallway 2 times now because I'm tracking trash, crumbs, sugar, and sticky sounds on the bottom of my feet. And I just happened to look down, and this is what I find. That's what I'm talking about. Not 1 inch of my house has gone untouched by these people. And it's just like, so on another video, I'll talk about that she left a 1-star review. This is where it gets tricky. I paid for cleaning and she wants us to clean. That's called retaliation. I didn't ask nobody to clean. I said, clean up after yourself. I didn't ask for y'all to clean the house. I said, clean up after yourself. That's courteous. Don't nobody want to see your maxi pads, your diapers, your cigarette butts, and all this other stuff. But hey, thanks for the evidence against you. Okay? That's all it is. When people don't throw their own trash away, that's evidence. It is what it is. Every single place, every single piece of my house has been touched by sauce, juice, popsicles. There was a corn dog stick buried in the couch. There was crumbs all behind the couch, in between the pillows. I had to vacuum under the pillows, in the crevice of the pillows, under the couch. And this is a full deep clean. I have been here since 1:00 p.m. yesterday cleaning my place. And I'm doing it. If I hired somebody to do it, this would have been at least easily $1,000 job. I'm about to start at my 3rd load of dishes. 3 loads of dishes in 3 days. And she started one of them, and it was packed to the brim. Half of them didn't get cleaned because of that. She sat up there and took my crock pot and stuffed it under the counter, dirty. So I had to clean under the counter because now she drug food and debris under the sink and left scuff marks. It's just like, I can't say it enough. Every single, might as well just do the microwave plate. Every single place that you could think of has crap on it, like no regard. What I feel like doing is not charging a cleaning fee for people like this, but adding it onto everybody's price. And that way people won't feel like they're retaliating against me for charging a cleaning fee and then asking them to clean it. Everybody is just going to pay for it. What do y'all do? Do you make everybody pay the cleaning fee like that? Or just those who care about? Because it's kind of like inviting people to mess up your home when you have a cleaning fee. But if you add it on to the price, then, that's what it is, What are your thoughts about that? Drop something in the comments for me. And am I overreacting? Y'all are seeing a clean product. What y'all are seeing is aftermath, after the cleaning, par cleaning, half cleaning, almost there cleaning, and it looks like this. So if you could only imagine what it looked like in full bloom, Day 2. So I was cleaning my house until 3:00 in the morning when I finally just had to put it down. I was in excruciating pain, knee pain, back pain, tired, and I'm still cleaning. These people touched every inch of my house. There's literally not one spot. When I say not one spot, I'm talking about the patio shutters. Behind the patio shutters, puzzle pieces were thrown over there. A sock was thrown over there. Dirt. I'm talking about on the outside of my patio, near the railing, a Jiffy box of cornbread was over there. I'm talking about nooks, crannies, crevices, corners. How are you going to take out somebody's crock pot? Leave it dirty. So I'm sitting up here trying to scrub it. Now you should have seen it before, right? This was silver on the inside, okay? And it's still trying to dissolve some of the oil. This is what all the juice is coming out of it. And that's nothing. And still some of it went down into the thing. Like normal cleaning, but this is already cleaned. I'm still in the process of letting it sit to scrub off more dirt. Here's because they broke the one in my house. They broke the other one. See, it's in the trash. I don't know if y'all can see that. But it's in the trash. That's all. I step of the way. But they managed to touch every There's not one place that I can't go that wasn't touched by grubby, sticky, sugary candy hands. Even in my linen closet, even there's blue dye. What's this blue dye from? Can somebody drop it in the comments? What's the blue dye from? I can't vacuum a chair without finding a hunk of candy. I vacuum everything, and so like for example, I'll just show you. Oh, for that, every remote in the house plus remotes I don't know where they came from have no batteries. What their problem is, I can't tell you. So this is a multicolored chair, right? And typically people don't do stuff like vacuum furniture like that. I do, right? Because lice, bed bugs, all this other stuff, I just at least run it over to see if anything comes up. Candy stuck to it. Like not 1 inch of my house was left untouched. Whole doors covered with wipe marks from something being thrown on it. Like there was, here's an example. I didn't see this. I've cleaned this hallway 2 times now because I'm tracking trash, crumbs, sugar, and sticky sounds on the bottom of my feet. And I just happened to look down, and this is what I find. That's what I'm talking about. Not 1 inch of my house has gone untouched by these people. And it's just like, so on another video, I'll talk about that she left a 1-star review. This is where it gets tricky. I paid for a cleaning and she wants us to clean. That's called retaliation. I didn't ask nobody to clean. I said, clean up after yourself. I didn't ask for y'all to clean the house. I said, clean up after yourself. That's courteous. Don't nobody want to see your maxi pads, your diapers, your cigarette butts, and all this other stuff. But hey, thanks for the evidence against you. Okay? That's all it is. When people don't throw their own trash away, that's evidence. It is what it is. Every single place, every single piece of my house has been touched by sauce, juice, popsicles. There was a corn dog stick buried in the couch. There was crumbs all behind the couch, in between the pillows. I had to vacuum under the pillows, in the crevice of the pillows, under the couch. And this is a full deep clean. I have been here since 1:00 p.m. yesterday cleaning my place. And I'm doing it. If I hired somebody to do it, this would have been at least easily $1,000 job. Okay, y'all. It has been over 24 hours. I started cleaning yesterday at 3 o'clock after the initial shock has worn off. I started ordering replacements, started getting up all the crud, the food, the poop, the candy, the popsicle juice, the popsicle sticks, the corn dog sticks, the all that stuff. So all that first, right? And then I had to go through and replace things. So I had to make orders to Walmart. I had to survey the damage. I am missing a pillowcase. Not a pillowcase, but a pillow cover. I don't know where it is. I saw it though. So it might be in the linen, the first linen. Because I watched it. You know how the linen wraps stuff up? So anyway, Milo is pacing because he's ready to go. He's been here for over 24 hours. I went to bed at 3 a.m. and I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and started cleaning up after I walked him and fed him at 8:30, and I'm just getting done. Another 8 or 9 hours worth of cleaning, sitting down here and there, 15 minutes or so for breaks. So now it's time to walk through so you can see everything, close the blinds, etc. So let's start with the bathroom. This is the master bathroom suite. As you see, back to cleanliness, godliness, all that. Stocked out with toilet paper, napkins. Studio, shine. Everything is clean, mopped, even behind those, you know, behind the toilet and stuff like that. The floorboards, the carpet's nice and washed and fresh. Okay, so there's that. And thank God for my air purifier. That's all I gotta say. So this is the room where they were smoking. I replaced the comforter, same color, same concept, different comforter, because I like the blue and, you know, stuff like that. Mirror's clean, no more handprints and candy juice on it. Nightstand clean, remote returned with batteries because they took out all the batteries. Cleaned off the TV. Plugged back in the devices. Had to clean. All the weights are up off the floor because, you know, exercise, but hey, put them back just like as if you're at the gym, right? Mopped, cleaned, scrubbed the floor. There was candy juice all over the floor, popsicle juice stains all over the door. So all that's clean. Popsicle juice, there's candy stuck to this thing, so I had to vacuum it and wash it and stuff. So now we're closing the blinds to keep the room nice and cool and fresh. No more cigarette smoke. I had the air purifier in there for 24 hours running. Here is what was the baby's room, which happened to be the cleanest room. There was probably about 8 ounces of juice that spilt and just stayed there for probably 3 days. So it was very sticky and tacky, so I had to scrub purple juice off the floor. So that's that. Thank God it wasn't all on the walls and stuff. Comforter fresh, everything changed out fresh, clean, washed all the chair covers, of course scrubbed, everything. There was handprints all over the wall, all over the blinds, and the mirrors. And I'm also I'm checking in on my work too. Like, did I forget something? No, I don't see any handprints, so the blinds can close. The blinds can close now that I know everything's clean. All right, so here's the hallway. The hallway was major traffic zone. There was candy, juice, splashes all on the floor. There's some sort of weird white, like toothpastey, dried up type of material on my door also. So I had to clean that up. I have to look at baby height because I believe it was 1 out of the 2 toddlers that I didn't know were going to be here, because I don't think I accept toddlers because my house isn't safeguarded for children, for toddlers. So anyway, all that has been cleaned up. The floor, spotless. No more juice, popsicle stains, purple juice, red and blue dye number 20, whatever that was. It was just nothing but junk in the house. Was that nothing? Okay. There was nothing but junk in the house, and it's evidenced by how my house was left. Okay. So here's what I presume was the boys' room for certain reasons, but I ain't gonna share that because it's somewhat inappropriate. If you could catch my drift, then you did. So remember, there was Cheetos and chips all on the floor. I just went ahead and moved that to the side a little bit in case somebody wants to scooch over there. There was cheese dust, Cheetos, stains, all handprints, fingers, all on the wall, all in the blinds. So all the blinds are nice and clean. Oh, sorry. The bed. Thank God he didn't ruin my headboard. And I'm just once again presuming that's chip paint. So there's chip paint, and then there's chip paint. I don't have any paint to repair it, so there's nothing I can do about that at the moment. The closet is clean. The mirror is clean. There was handprints all over the mirrors, of course. I forgot to check in here. Okay, good. Nothing's in there. Thank goodness, because what else do I need, right? Black marker, handprints, Cheeto prints. Of course, I sanitized the doorknobs because there happened to be a crap ton of soap and barely any washing, but a lot of dirt everywhere else. Restored. Finally found the remote for this room because the remote was kind of missing for that TV. So there's that. I see a lip print. I guess somebody kissed the TV. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that once I'm done. So there's that. So there was juice stains, more popsicle stains. I couldn't get that one up completely. A lot of scrubbing, a lot of nail. My hands are just completely sore, swollen, slick from all the deep cleaning I was doing, and I was wearing gloves, in addition to bare knuckling it. So here's the tub. There's a new shower curtain, you guys, if you're following me. I quit getting the disposable plastic shower curtains, and I put in a brand new shower curtain that I can detach right here and just wash with the sheets. That way every guest has a fresh shower. They don't have to, and I dry it too, so everything is dry and no spots on it and stuff like that. The tub has been scrubbed to kingdom come, because there was some colorful stuff in there. Yellow colors, blue colors, black dyes. The toilet. There's a toilet here. I cut Milo. Mirror is nice and clean. Sink is nice and clean. I had to wash off everything. So the mirrors, the lotion bottles, everything has been washed off. I can't trust anything. Washing machine, of course, nice and clean. Dryer returned back to its proper. You guys, I went through so much detergent floor. Okay, here's the floor. The clean rugs, vacuumed, washed and vacuumed, because what happens is hair gets caught in the mats. Even if they're clean, there's strings of hair that gets caught around the fibers. So I always vacuum the mats even after I wash them. So I'm back in the room. Yeah, it's weird. The tub was surprisingly not as damaged. It's like the babies got in there and that's it. And they got in there with some brown, and you can catch my drift. In the bathroom, there was several poop-filled, soaking wet from the pool diapers that sat in there for 3 days probably, because when I pulled it out and that scent hit me, Lord Jesus, I was about to fall out. Okay. Here is the dining area. Oh, that's out. So the dining area, as you recall, there was large amounts of trash. They broke my blinds. I was able to get that back in working order. And the patio is nice and clean, you guys. There was a Jiffy box of cornbread. So, like, I actually walked outside. That's been fixed also, because that was broken. So, clean the table and stuff. On the side over here, there was a Jiffy box of cornbread from my cabinet in the Give and Take, because I have something called Give and Take. If you don't use it, leave it for the next guest, and then they can use it. And then if they don't have something, then they can eat whatever's in there. So whatever's in my Airbnb, you can eat. It's yours. If somebody buys a keg of beer and leaves it, the next guest can have it. I just hope that they're not, like, alcoholics or something. Anyway, there's the kitchen. Here's the replaced Keurig, because the other one was broken. Filled up coffee carousel, nice and clean counters. Sink, nice and clean. Of course, this is a 1985 sink, so that's replaced, but the sink is old and I think it's in pretty good condition. All the cabinets are nice and clean. I scrubbed them. You know, some things are just old, I can't get off, like, you know, paint, but discolored paint and stuff. But I had to lift up because that's the best I could do, y'all. This was credit, and I'll post pictures, but that was credit full of grease, something spilled on the side, all the way down to the floor. I scrubbed it the best that I could at the moment. The other side was too. It was like there's a big grease spill. I'm gonna test the pirates real quick because I lifted up the. Okay. Yay, they work. Okay. I lifted up the griddle in order to clean, and I also cleaned this out because they were frying and cooking and doing all kind of stuff in here, which is wonderful, right? I don't care. Just clean up something. The air fryer is back in clean condition. I have a lot of wonderful amenities for my guests. You know, I really want them to feel at home. Like they don't have to worry about getting nothing. So the family left a bunch of open food, which I tossed out because it's open. But these pizzas I left in there because they were closed. Washed the ice cube trays, washed out the refrigerator, and of course there's a crap ton of soda in there. They did not touch the water. They just drank a bunch of soda, which, hey, it's up to you. They're your kidneys, though, you know. Had to clean the refrigerator in and out, deep clean, scrub the inside outside. As you can imagine, there is a crap ton of sticky handprints, all the things that I've been talking about throughout the house. It's like this family did not cease to stop touching stuff. Like they did not wash their hands, and everything was touched. Everything had something on it, and that's very disheartening. Very disheartening. Yeah. So socks, toys, my games were ruined. There was at least 2 games that I had to throw away, and one puzzle that I threw away. Puzzle pieces strewn all over the place. Socks, eyelashes, makeup, stains. I was able to get the stains out of the green ones had candy or sucker juice or whatever all in it. And of course there's my end table. So the end table was, everything was moved off of it, and it was like it had grease or grease, juice, food. It was smeared all over the place. Okay. There's my baby is using it. That's the comforter that I had to get rid of because it smelled like smoke, and then when I washed it I noticed that there was a big hole in it, and it was brand new, so it's using now. And here is the beautiful, wonderful console that had a bunch of chips, cookie crumbs, and all this other stuff all over it. So there's my house. Everything is nice and clean. Everything is dusted. There was handprints and juice prints, sugar, juice, colors, candy, all over the floor. I had to clean the floor before I did anything. I've never had to sweep and deep clean the floor before I cleaned because there was just so much stickiness. I don't know if it was poop. I think it was poop because I saw chocolate too, right? Chocolate, poop, candy, chips, crumbs, sauce. There was sauce on the fire alarm because they were trying to remove batteries so they could smoke in my house, which they were very successful at, smoking. And so I don't know if I told y'all, but she left me 1 star all the way down talking about her house was dirty and she expected us to clean. Well, if you go back to the prior episodes, you'll see the walkthrough, and you know that my house is spick and span because you know what? I clean. This is my house. This isn't a rental property. This isn't any sort of anything else. This is my house. And if I were to stay in an Airbnb, I would want my Airbnb to look like this. So I clean it how I want it. Okay. And do you know that Airbnb refused to take down her retaliatory review? Because I told her about my house rules. I told her that she broke them, and I asked for compensation. And then she just read it. She didn't say anything. She went right and did a 1-star review. So all the way down. So I'm fighting that currently right now. And I will give y'all updates. Thank you so much for sticking with my 24-hour clean. Cleaned a house for 24 hours. I had 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and I got right back up. I'm in the same clothes. I was not prepared for this. I thought I was going to come in, do a cleanup, and then leave. And that's it. Tune in next time. Hopefully this will never happen again.